Before I greet everyone else, let me welcome you to the show. Mbese.
Hola.
Sure.
Listen, Litswalo. Welcome, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Thank you.
Performance namhlanje, I don't want to say much, but coming from the performance here debut over the weekend against the Kaizer Chiefs, I can be forgiven for saying that I am not proud of tonight's performance because it wasn't what I expected. You know, I was hoping that we will build from the performance at debut and add from there, especially when you look at that, especially when you look at the fact that his starting lineup didn't change much. I think we had the same starting lineup from that Chiefs game, even the performance here. Maybe the fact that we got Lodge injured early in the game, maybe that disturbed this window for Tina. But overall, the performance, guys, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with our midfield. Lenare and Ben Motswari, they didn't give me what I wanted. Wade Joster continues to give us, I don't know what's happening on that right side because it looks like any team that is playing against us, they're always targeting his right side. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Nelson, let me start with you, my brother. Your overall impression of the game?
Yeah, thanks for this opportunity, Shane. Yeah, we played in patches, honestly. I was really impressed with how we pressed the Celtics defend in the first 20 minutes of the game. You know, we kept shape in the middle of the park. We kept the ball quite well in the first 20 minutes or so of the game. But we were not really creating enough chances. You know, I thought that it was just one of those games where we would actually grow into the game. You know, we start by having the ball and knocking it around and really create those chances. Because if I remember well, our first real chance in the first half came around the 25th minute with Bule, you know, with that shot that was on the side of the net. But yeah, we played in patches. First 25 minutes, we played really well and knocking the ball around, not creating much chances though, but the last 20 minutes of the game, we were not really playing so well. I think that the issue is that we're playing with one pace. We started with a high tempo game and then, you know, you could see that towards the end of the first half, the guys were tiring down. And I think that, yeah, as you alluded, the injury of Lodge really killed our momentum. I mean, honestly, our attack looked bland without Lodge. You know, making those forward runs and those forward passes. But yeah, honestly, I would take the 3 points. You know, Celtics has been our good team. We haven't really been getting 3 points away, you know, when we play Celtics, you know, in a very long time. So I would take the 3 points, but not entirely happy with the performance, but not bad as well because we couldn't really allow Celtics to create those chances. They created a few towards the end of the second half, but I was really, I was not really happy, but I'm happy with the 3 points. I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah.
Before I give you, what I'm happy about this season, I was just speaking about this. I don't know what you call it. This norm, I would say it's a norm because every time when we're playing Bloemfontein Celtic away, we will always go to Bloemfontein in the second round of the league. And also when we're playing in Cape Town City, we'll always come to Cape Town in the second round of the league. But when I look at the fixtures, we're playing Bloemfontein Celtic away, first round of the league. We are playing Cape Town City in December, meaning that we're playing them in our first round of the league, of which is, that means we'll play all these teams that tend to give us trouble away. We'll play them at home during the second leg when we are chasing for the league, because I do believe that we'll be there together with the Sundowns and whoever will be chasing, but I know we'll be there. Anyway, Wara, I can see that you are itching, my friend. I can see that you are itching You are happy with the 3 points. The last time we collected 3 points in Bloemfontein, you were there. I almost say that maybe we're not picking these 3 points up because you are not there, but we picked up the 3 points.
Nah, man. Well, I sort of expected the performance in terms of intensity for me, because a derby is like a final. Have you noticed in South African football that the team that wins the final loses the midweek game because
Mm,
of the intensity of that particular final? So I sort of
mm,
expected, when I saw the lineup, I thought we would win, but I did not
mm,
expect us to play well, really.
yeah.
So hence, I'm happy with the 3 points. We were lackluster. We were slow in moving position. There was no cohesiveness around the whole
Mm,
team as a whole. Um, my first point of concern has to be down the right hand channel, where Joste is a very big concern for me. Um,
mm,
there is just something whereby I think it's a matter of games until we are there's something whereby that side will cost us a game. It nearly did tonight, towards the end of the game, whereby he was beaten, and it was a straight shot at Richard Ofori. So that's the
mm,
first concern for me. But it's really hard to complain because, like I'm saying, the intensity of the
mm,
derby, and we're playing a fresh Bloemfontein Celtic,
mm,
because they had 9 new starters. You could see in the second half when Marco and Love were introduced, there was
yeah.
just a certain level of pace that went up within our play. Zakele
Mm,
Lipasa should have made it 2-0, but he shot over the bar. And those are chances that he should take, because
mm,
some games, the chances are not going to come often, but you need to take the ones whereby you're facing the keeper. So lackluster, but we'll take the 3 points. This is how champions do it. Even when you don't play well, you sort
yeah.
of take the 3 points. So for me, we'll let it slide because we lost, and we know our weaknesses, and we know where we are lacking. It's not like we are just brushing that aside. But 3 points is three
Yeah.
points up till
Mm.
now. Everything else will come together.
Yeah, 3 points is 3 points, especially against a team that you know you don't normally win against this team when you
Mm.
are playing away. So regardless of how the points came, I'm happy. Yes, I wish we played like this against Amazulu and collected 3 points. I wish that
Mm.
we played this badly against Stellenbosch and also collected 3 points. But
Mm.
uh, it takes experience. I think there will come a time where we will play badly, like tonight, and collect 3 points. I'm not saying we
Mm.
played badly overall, but it wasn't what I expected. I mean, even Uti Gianni on Twitter, he said every time after a derby, we always play like this. So now, when you are also alluding to that fact, Mbese, I kind of agree with you guys that maybe after the derby, maybe that's why I'm saying maybe I was expecting too much, you know.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, we collected 2 points. Now, it was a performance that I wasn't happy about, but guys, like you said, Wara, way Joster, Utabang Munari wasn't the Tabang Munari that we saw over the weekend. And also Upen Mutswari. Yes, Upen Mutswari, I don't know. I don't know, but I will forgive him for tonight because we won. I will also forgive him because I don't think there's anyone who stood out for us tonight.
Yeah.
Besides Unyawuza, he was man of the match. There was a tackle he made, I think, towards the end of the first half, where Motebang Serra and who's this boy? Oh, Potsane, they were straight at goal to Ofori, but Unyawuza made a brilliant tackle. So for that, I can only say it was Unyawuza who stood out tonight. Otherwise, the rest, the guys, I don't know. But maybe it's the Soweto Derby blushes. We'll have to see. We are playing Chiefs again on Sunday. Let's just rush straight, guys, to the ratings. Let's just rush straight to the ratings because of time. Let's start at the back. Richard Ofori. Celtic. I don't remember him making a superb save, but I still have some concern about Richard Ofori. Yes, he's our number one, and I support him, but. Yes, I still feel Guti, he still needs to do more with aerial balls inside his 6-yard area. Because I remember the Richard Ofori of Maritzburg United, you will never get anything inside his 6-yard area. But here at Pirates, I think he has too much faith on Happy Jelle and Nyauza. But as someone who's been at Pirates before Ofori, I don't have faith in Happy Jelle and Nyauza when it comes to defending his set pieces. So I think Richard needs to do more, especially with balls inside the 6-yard area. But he didn't have much to do. I can only give him a 6 for Richard Ofori because he did challenge a couple of balls inside his 18-yard. But for that, I'll give him a 6. Nelson?
Yeah, you're right. But I felt that he was really commanding that defense today well. He knew when to come out and collect the balls, those long balls that Celtics tried to play. Yeah, he can improve from here, but I felt that he really had a great game. So for me, I would probably give him a 6.5. Yeah, I would probably give him a 6.5.
Yes.
I also would side with Nelson on this one.
Sure.
I felt his positioning was brilliant. There was a header. I don't know if it was in the first half or the second half. The positioning of that particular header was brilliant, and there was also a cross which was flagged offside, but he didn't know that, and he put it over because I think Celtic were gonna score from that particular chance. Having said that, I also have to agree with you, Mdange, but it comes with the fact that he's playing at a football club whereby there is pressure, even if the supporters are not there now. His each and every performance will be scrutinized. His each and every mistake will come to the fore. So he's under a massive pressure. Hence, I don't think he is yet as commanding as the Richard Ofori that we know in terms of dealing with everything in and around his area. But that will come. That will come with playing. And this is not even to say that Wayne had done anything wrong. Wayne had not done anything wrong. Those who are fielding Ofori know why they are fielding Ofori. We do not know. But our job is to support the team, and he's not done badly so far. If you have to also consider the 2 points that he saved against Stellenbosch. So it's a 6.5 for me from today. He was very authoritative, and his decision making was spot on. If he went for something, he went for something. If he wasn't, he wasn't.
Yeah, and another thing that I should give him credit for is his calmness on the ball. He's very calm. I remember there was a back pass, I think it was from Jelle or Nyauza, where he made that he was going to kick the ball. The player went the other way, and then he kept the ball in his feet. He was so calm. He's calm on the ball. That's what I like. So if you are going to be a goalkeeper for Orlando Pirates, you have to be calm on the ball because we're a team that plays from the back. And today he improved a lot in terms of hoofing the ball forward. He was playing more from the back today. So I think maybe he also watches the forum. I don't know. But let's move on now to our right-hand side where Wade Joster was playing. Wade Joster is a suspect, guys. I don't want to say anything else. Wade Joster is a suspect. Each and every team, it looks like they know that there's a freeway on our right-hand side because Bloemfontein Celtic first half, first 2 minutes, you could see Guti, they were playing the ball on our right-hand side because they knew Guti, they will find Guti, Wade Joster will not be there. So Wade Joster needs to improve. Wade Joster needs to improve. Otherwise, you're gonna have to make some changes. You have to make some changes and bring in someone who's gonna stabilize our right-hand side, because at the moment we are unstable at right back. Imagine if we are playing a team that has clever wingers, we will get hurt. But I wasn't happy with Wade Roster. For his performance today, I will give him a 4. What? You are smiling.
I felt, I think we're a bit harsh, but he's easy suspect. He's a suspect for me also. I don't know. There's just something about him. I don't even think he has pace. When I look at him, he doesn't seem like someone who has the pace. There's just something off about his performances. The only real performance that he gave was the first game of the season. But ever since, for me, there's just something offish about him. And the ghosts are never wrong about players. They are hardly ever wrong about players. And everyone is very concerned with Wade Joseph. But we kept a clean sheet. So for me, it has to be a 5 at least, even though his defensive frailties continue to be exposed.
Yeah. Nelson?
Sure, Shane.
Final
You're probably
grade.
going to think that we are going against you today, eh? Because I'll have to side with Mbesha on this one. Yeah, just as a suspect, obviously on the right side of the defense, in as much as he doesn't have pace. But I think that maybe many people don't realize that he's very good on the ball, and he can, wing the ball. He can bring those passes, and his long passes are really, really, really good. If you check a ball against that game against Kaizer Chiefs, there's a ball that he played to, was it Pule on the right side? When Pule was supposed to actually just take a shot, but he tried to cross it to the pass and we missed. He has those moments where he can just give you that long pass, that long ball that you will appreciate and can create a chance for you. But defensively, he's not very good, and that's the part of his game that really needs to improve. Yeah, even the pace is not really there as well, because I mean the opponents are always exploiting that right side of the defense because they just play the ball behind and they know that he's not the fastest of players and he's not very good defensively. So yeah, I'll give him a 5 today because we kept a clean sheet, and yeah, in as much as it was a suspect, but I'll just forgive him for now until he really adapts to the system that we're playing at Orlando Pirates. I'm just giving him time to really check that out.
Just to add, Shane, if Wade Joseph is not good defensively, but some of the top sides don't have right backs or left backs. Some of the left backs are not good defensively. This means that Pirates should set up to dominate teams and not what we're seeing now. If we are able to dominate teams, such players are less exposed because we are always the ones with the ball. I just wanted to add that.
That's true. That's true. Now let's move to our left-hand side where Maela was playing. I think he kept shape. I don't know if I can say I saw things right, but I think Umayela, he kept shape. He didn't overlap like he did in the derby, but there were moments where he just bombarded forward and made some really good passes. His combination with John Hotto, I also liked it because they were covering up for each other. So Umayela, for me, I'll give him a 6 for today's game, or a 6.5. But for me, I'll give him a 6. Umayela, because he didn't do much. Celtic were not attacking on his side. So for me, I'll give Umayela a 6.
Defensively and in position, Mayela seems to have or to slowly start regaining my trust. He's not played badly in all of the games he has played so far this season. Defensively has been very sound. I actually don't have any fear on things going on his side this season. So he was also a big part of why we kept a clean sheet also for me. I don't have much to say. He's a 6 for me today.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with that. He was just good. He didn't really do much in terms of venturing forward, but he kept shape at the back. So I'll give him a 6 as well. He really was good today.
Yeah, now I think we'll have to rate Happy Chele and Unyauza together. Man of the match performance from Unyauza, I was impressed with him today. He really covered up for Happy. Happy Chele, you could see he hasn't played much this season. I think this was his second start, right? I think he started against Stellenbosch. This was his second start, and against Stellenbosch, he wasn't that great. But today he made a couple of tackles. There was a ball which it resulted into a corner where Celtic were attacking on our left-hand side, if I'm not mistaken, in the second half. No, in the first half. In the first half. So for me, Happy Chele, I'll also give him a 6. But for me, Unyauza was an 8 to 8.5 today. I don't know what you guys think.
For me, Happy seemed to be off the pace for me. They were just tackles within his game whereby he was beaten easily once or twice, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm sure that he was beaten easily. I don't know if someone blocked the ball. I think it was Munare who blocked it with his hands, actually. The way Chele was beaten on that one, it was too easy for me. So for me, Jelly wasn't. He just seems off the pace of the games currently. So for me, he was a 5. Nyauza was a 7 for me because he had so many blocks within the game. I'm not gonna say much. 7 for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for me, Happy was probably a 5.5. I felt that he was a little bit better than the game he had against Stellenbosch. For that slight improvement, even though we could see that he still lacks the match fitness. But I loved the fact that, with Happy at the back, we keep shape. And with Happy at the back, we are able to play from the back. We're very comfortable with Happy back in terms of our passing the back. And he did that well today. And so I'll probably give him a 5. He still lacks the pace a little bit and he still lacks the match fitness, but I'll probably give him a 5.5. Yeah, Nyauza was brilliant today. I actually thought that he was going to be our weakest link, at back, but he really just impressed me today. So I'll probably give him a 7.5 for his performance today. It wasn't that great, but he was good enough for me. So 7.5 will do for me.
Yeah. So it's a 8, it's a 7, and it's 7.5. And you guys have been ganging up on me today, so I'll say 8. On the ratings, I'll write 8. Okay, now let's move on to our midfield. We'll also rate them together. Our midfield pivot of Ben Motswari and Tawang Munare. They didn't give us much today, especially Munare. They didn't give us much today. I was so disappointed, but like I said, maybe I tend to expect so much from Orlando Pirates. Maybe because of we haven't won anything in years. So their performance today, Ben and also Tabang Munare. Tabang Munare for me was a 4 today. Ben Motswari was also a 4. Or I'll say Ben Motswari, I'll give him a 5. Or I'll give them both a 4. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with both of them. I'll give both of them a 4.
Look, for me, they were not brilliant, but I wouldn't say that they were really, really that bad. They did not give us any forward ball, but the defense was shielded for most of the time. So Munari for me was possibly fitness caught up with him. It was the worst of the two, if I have to compare both. So I would say Munare a 4 and Ben Motswari, since he completed the game and was part of the clean sheet, a 5 for me.
Yeah. Nelson?
Yeah, yeah. I was impressed with Munari in the first few minutes of the game, probably first 20 minutes of the game. We kept shape very well, because if you check, we grow into matches. And if we are able to really play well in the first 15 minutes, where we were able to knock the ball around, he was very instrumental in terms of that, our play. But that I thought that you will take it a gear forward, but he was just playing in the same gear throughout the game. But for me, that I'll probably give him a 4.5. And then a Ben Mutwari. Ben Mutwari, sometimes he just overcompensates. He does a lot of things. He just moves around a lot, and you never really see what he's doing. Yeah, but for that, I'll probably give him a 5 today because, he finished the game. And I think that he became a little bit better in the second half, towards the end of the second half, where he really protected the defense very well. But going forward, he didn't really give us much. So I'll probably just give him a 5 as well.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Ben Mutwari, I really, really don't understand him. There was a ball which was passed easily at the middle of the park, and he trapped it so far that it cost, I think it nearly cost us an attack. He needs to, his first touch is really, really poor for a player of his age and a player of Orlando Pirates' caliber. His first touch sometimes it leaves a lot to be desired for me, just in passing.
Yeah. I also have a lot of complaints about Ben, but when he plays well, I will always commend him that he played well. But when he gives us what we don't expect from him, I will always be vocal about it. I don't care who says what, but Ben Mutwari, he needs to step up. That's all I can say about him. He needs to step up because this is his third or second season at Orlando Pirates. I think it's his second season or third. Third, yeah, it's his third season. So you can't be giving us what you gave us back in 2018 and still be giving us that in 2020. It doesn't work like that. That means you're not giving us anything. But let's hope he will improve. I'm hoping. Temi Gosiloch, I don't think we can rate to Temi Gosiloch because he was out. I think in the first 10 minutes he was out. So we'll have to rate to Dion Hoto. He didn't do much with Dion. He hasn't settled well at Orlando Pirates. He's not the Dion Hoto that we know from Pieter's Vets. He hasn't given us something to write home about. So for me, Dion today, I will give him a 5. Vincent Pule, I'll give Vincent a 5.5 or a 6. I'll rate him the same way to John Hort. I'll give both of them a 6. Nelson?
Okay, for me, John Horton didn't really give us much going forward. I thought that this was probably his chance to really just improve and impress us. But I'm not seeing anything from him, so I'll probably give him a 5.5. But Pule, I think that he was our most lively attack force today, honestly. There was a ball that I think that he played to Lepasa, that brilliant ball that he played to Lepasa, and Lepasa should have really finished that. In the first half, he was probably the only one who actually took a shot on goal. And he tried to take a shot on goal as well in the second half. So, and I couldn't really understand where he was playing. So because sometimes he would drift to the right and then come and play behind the strikers. So he was trying to be adventurous. So I'll probably give him a 6.5 today because I think that he was our most lively attack force, even though we were generally poor, but he was the one who was really trying to give us something, taking shots at goal and, giving those forward passes as well. So, for me, Pule was a 6.5.
Also, for me, I would say Pule was a 6. He tried to be industrious in position. He's looking very sharp at the beginning of the season, and that's something that we've noted. For Hotto, for me was really not that good again. he still continues to possess a menace of a delivery, though. Each and every time he puts one in, it looks like
Yeah.
it's dangerous. So he has that. He just needs to combine that and put in a real performance for us. But he hasn't come to the party yet, so it's a 5 for me also.
Yeah, I think you can't take away his crosses are brilliant. I think that's his only aspect of a game which you can't take away from. I mean, from him, he's brilliant when it comes to crossing the ball. Usakelele Pasa, I didn't see much of Uzakes this against the Celtic. I didn't see much of him. I think he ran too much against the Kaizer Chiefs. That maybe he was tired today. He didn't run much. He didn't trouble that Bloemfontein Celtic defense, and he wasn't pressing when Bloemfontein Celtic were building from the pack. I was really frustrated because every time when you tried to build from the pack, Bloemfontein Celtic knew what to do, but every time when they got the ball, we just seemed to allow them to do as they please because they could build from the pack. We know Justice Chabalala is not good at building from the back, but our players, I don't know, maybe they didn't spot that, or our analysts or our coaches, they didn't tell our players to press Justice Chabalala, because when it comes to building from the back, we know he's our former player. And if you put pressure on him, you will get something, but we didn't press him. So, Uzakele for performance and Namhlanje, I will give him a 5.5.
Yeah, for me also, Zakele was a 4 today. I think it started with there was something that the commentator was saying that he had a knock in warm up or something. Maybe it's that, but he was really not good for me. He didn't do anything even with the balls that he had. He was very unindustrious for me. So he's a 4. You forgetting Terence Tuvukamanja. He was quiet as always. He was a 4 also for me before he went out. He was very, very quiet today. I had to think that he's still on the pitch to actually remember that he is there.
Hey, your favorite player.
I'm honest. When a person is not doing it, the person is not doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Nelson?
Yeah. I would have to agree with Mbele on this one. Yeah, both of them were poor. Zakaria Lepaza had a brilliant chance to actually put us 2-0 up, but he's just fluffed the chance. So yeah, he didn't really do much going forward. He didn't combine well with Zukamancha. So both of them, I'll give them 4 apiece.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's rate our subs. Paseka Marco, I'm always critical when it comes to Paseka Marco. And there was also Undlov. He scored a goal. I think we started going more forward when they came on. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I think we started going more forward when Upaseka came on, and also when Undlov came on. For me, Upaseka, I'll give him a 6.5. Undlov, for that goal, I'll give him a 7. You are shaking your head, because when someone is scoring a goal, man, give him something.
Yeah, I know, man. Look, Marco created a goal just when I was actually lambasting him as to when is his final ball going to reach someone and create a goal. And it seemed like he was hearing me complaining. So he played well on that particular goal. Once again, he was caught in position at some point within the game. So for me, he was a 6, I would say, because he created the goal. Ndlovu as well was a 6 for me. Yeah, let me go with you. What did you say Ndlovu was?
I said 7. I gave him a 6.5, but because of the goal, I said 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll give Ndlovu a 6.5. Yeah, he actually gave us something going forward when he came on. And I'd really like to appreciate the tactical, prowess of our coach, today, because he realized that Celtics on the left side, he overloaded that left side because that's where Maela, Otto, and Umako were operating. And that's where our goal came. He actually realized that Celtics was not really strong on their right side of their defense, our left. So he overloaded that space, and then that's where our goal came. So Marco for that pass, and he tried to actually make us play from the left side. So I'll give him a 6.5 as well. So 6.5 for both our subs.
Yeah. There was also Fortune Makaringe. Right. Yeah, Fortune Makaringe. Who else you came on during it? Yeah, Mabaso and Makaringe. I'll give them, both of them. I don't know what to give them. I'll leave that to you guys. I'll leave it to you guys. I have a reason why I'm not going to rate them, but I won't tell you now on air. Best, Makaringe and...
Well, I can't even rate Makaringe. I think for me I would say all of them were 5.
Nelson?
Yeah, I'll say a 5 as well, because they were not really in the game long enough to actually do anything. Yeah, so both of them will be a 5.